Hello and welcome back to Points Play Games with some more Detective Grimoire. So the last time we were around, we were, again, just still exploring. We went into a museum and talked to this gentleman here, discovering that the lockpick that we found actually belonged to him, though he said that he lost it at some point. He calls himself a paranormal expert. Otherwise, we didn't really get to do too much. We did a little discovering. I think we found a clue, if I remember right. Well, apparently I remember nothing. But nonetheless, I know that we found something interesting. It's just escaping me right now. I'm sure we'll notice it again at some point. But regardless, we kept walking around, going north, I believe. And now here we are at this strange bridge and a house. So with that, let's start clicking around.
Someone please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody's home. I wouldn't be using this old rope bridge if I had a choice.
Nope, no choice.
I've seen the movies. I know what happens. It feels like I've stepped into nighttime. What happened to the sun?
Yeah, it was definitely morning before we got here.
It feels...
Okay.
It feels...
Alright, I mean, I think that's about it. So let's walk into this house, I guess.
The latch is broken on this door. Seems I can fix it with those 3 cogs if I just put them in the right place.
Well, let's try and...
Once they're on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door.
Alright, let's try and figure this out. So obviously we have to get all of them. So the first question is, that feels too big. Oh, I hate these types of puzzles. Okay, too small. Put this here. Put this here. Does that just do it? Perfect. He's amazing. Oh. Hello, miss. Did you know your door was broken?
You just walked straight into my house, did you?
Not exactly. I had to climb up here first. I'm paid to walk into people's houses, or sorry, I would have rung the doorbell. Not exactly.
Not exactly. I had to climb up here first.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention, but I can make exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people like to leave me alone. But I don't think you're going to, are you?
No. I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
I'm Detective Grimoire, and I think I might agree with you.
Alright, so yeah, let's just start talking to this new character that we found. This new individual, Lady Weybread? Waybear? Wait, I've already forgotten. I'm not very good at this. Not much of a detective, but either way, let's ask about her job.
What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born, and I have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
I've been here longer than anyone. Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like numbers.
60 years, something like that.
What have you been doing for that time? If you don't mind me asking.
I have many reasons to be here, but I won't bore you with all the details of my life.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area. I've learned many things from them.
Now, what about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set, but if you bring me an object that has liquid on it, or inside it, I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
Wow, how do you do that?
Chemistry.
Okay. Well, that's interesting that she talks about a chemistry set. I wonder, well, we talk about a chemistry set and she doesn't, she denies that it's a chemistry set. Either way, that part's not the point. The point is that maybe if we end up finding, I don't know, some of the green slime, maybe she'll be able to tell us what it is. But that feels like a little further forward. So, this is obviously a page, contains information about all the flowers in the swamp and where they grow. The green and red species only grow around the side door of the museum and can't be found anywhere else. This feels like it will be important at some point. Alright, we can talk to her more, but first let's just click around the house, see if there's anything interesting to notice.
There's a whole load of needles and wool on that shelf. Or should I say yarn? I just don't know anymore. There's a book on the table. I think it's a book about flowers. How fascinating. I must take some time to read it. The owner of this house seems to enjoy reading. Though, I'm not sure what else there is to do up here, actually.
It's a good point.
A little blanket on a little bed in a little house. It makes very little sense. The tree comes straight through the middle of the house. It even has little drawers carved into it. Okay, even I'll admit, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool, actually.
This is like an oven? Or is it just a boiler? It's so old-fashioned it hurts my brain.
I think it's both, actually. So, we got a few clues or case files, but I think it mostly has to do with her. Talk to her, right? Because we do... So we really only have, like, her left to challenge, if that makes sense. But we should definitely be able to find out a little bit more as we talk to her.
Check out that sunlight beaming through the window. It's so bright I should have brought my sunglasses.
Interesting.
I'm indoors. What a treat. The tree comes... Okay, even I'll...
Alright, that seems like we've kind of clicked on
I'm indoors.
everything. So let's just keep talking to her, and I just realized that this is a giant leaf covering her head, or at least it looks like it. Maybe it's just her hair. It looks really weird either way. Well, let's talk about last night.
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
Oh, that sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
What else?
That's it.
Thanks. Just give me a minute to write all this down.
How useful. Alright, let's see if we can present any clues. I'm not sure if we really have any just yet, but still. Oh, there's stuff on these. When we talk to her, it shows it. That's cool. Alright, let's start asking what these things are.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron. Then tap the faucet.
Okay. That's an interesting
And now,
sound.
we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
Oh, great. Alright. So we got green, so that's yellow. Oh, yep. There we go. Yellow and blue.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes.
What? Like blueberries? Like what does the liquid consist of?
Let's see. First thing we do, then tap the...
Okay. I'm starting to get this. So it's green again.
And now, we...
So apparently it's like these weird berries and sunflowers, but not almonds. Or dirt. Whatever that is.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid... I'll write it down. That looks pretty similar to last time.
Okay, hold on. Alright, wait. Time out. What on earth did we just discover exactly? What? It's in our notes. But Oh, I didn't know we could do this. so we can click on things and it tells us about the area. So, wait, so I've added it to my... Oh, God, goodness. Okay, turns out there's a lot more to look at than I thought. Okay. Okay, so, see, alright, that's interesting. We missed something there. There's 2 clues here. Oh, this is so useful. I wish I realized this was here already. Okay. I'm just clicking through super fast, but either way. Okay. No, so that's super useful. Alright, let's keep talking to her. I mean, let's present her with just, I guess, just the clues first, and then maybe the people.
You can put that away.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Alright. We're just gonna...
They're samples of flowers that grow in... 2 of them you don't see very much anymore. And 1 of them only grows around the museum.
Interesting, okay.
If you bring me something with liquid...
Okay, so I think that
You can...
she literally will only...
No.
Yeah.
If you bring...
Okay.
Your job...
Oops. Nope, nope, please. I don't want to talk about that again. Alright, let's talk really quickly about these people.
I have nothing good to say about that man. So I won't say anything at all.
Okay.
You should ask someone else.
Which makes sense.
Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
Wow. Okay.
A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse. I heard she wasn't so keen on visitors, though.
Well, too bad. You both have a visitor who is an idiot, as
I'm
well
not
as...
even sure who that is.
Cool. As well as
You should
do
ask
have a
someone else.
very cool treehouse, so I will admit that. Alright, well, that seems like that's everything we can talk to her about right now. So, let's keep walking. Though, that's very useful. Oh, there's a cafe.
Predictably, a trash can, and I just can't resist taking a look inside. The glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here.
Alright, let's clear all... Oh.
Hello, what's this? Just a piece of paper? Or something more sinister?
Okay, that was interesting. Let's just move around. Who would take 1 bite out of, like, 50% of an apple? Like, literally. Someone that just basically bit straight through the core right here. Anyways. Okay, these are definitely designs for a boggy costume. This is starting to really feel like, you know, pretty obvious that...
Are we really talking
There
about
we
a
go.
swamp creature here?
Alright, so... Bear with me. Found in a trash can. Can explain what. If we do this... Wait. Okay, so it feels like the costume design I found inside the trash can explains what Earl's photo is showing me?
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in. That black and white photograph. I'm not sure I'm looking at the real boggy here, and I think these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer. I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
Oh, cool. Alright, so we've ended up on Chapter 2, so that's good. A deadly disguise. Oh
I
no,
have
not you
something
again.
for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on that office door.
Remington's office?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's interesting. That's good to know. Alright, so we still have a few more things that we can look at and move around. So what we'll do is we'll sort of just finish the little circuit. We'll go here, and then we'll go back and go into Remington's office. And that little girl is terrifying. I mean, is truly terrifying.
There's a little locked door on the side of the ship here. I think it's part of the cafe.
Sounds about right.
Grass, trees, a shipwreck in a swamp? Does that make any sense? And why is there a cafe growing out of the side? Water, water everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Seriously, I'm not drinking that. The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship, I think. Never really learned much about ships.
I can tell. Alright, let's talk to...
Grass...
Okay, let's talk to the cafe guy.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service. Well, kind of. You're a suspect, too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How did you know my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits. But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
Well, this guy very much has like the old man who sends us on the horror mission or something like that. Points out something horror related and then we suddenly die. But anyways, what's so challenging about this old swamp? You mean this murder case? I'm sure I can handle it. Or I love challenges. I eat them for breakfast. Yeah.
I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward.
That is very interesting. That guy's provided us with a very, very interesting concept. Alright, so we'll just ask him these things.
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make. The bog dog. He ate one nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice. Try it.
It looks like... Well, I'll try some later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently. I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday?
Wait a minute. That's right, Remington. There must be something going on with the bog dog. Also, I think the swamp juice might be, Oh, wait, hold on. No. Harper's Cafe. Well, Harper, technically. However, what I was going to say is I think that swamp juice might be what's on the parts of the costume.
Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Harper sold him a bog dog. Harper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
Okay. Well, first we'll go through all this, then we'll introduce maybe a piece or two, and then go from there. So...
You're going to ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to? Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening, and I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton staff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
Alright. Well, unfortunately, we're currently out of time. However, it feels like we definitely got a lot done. We made it into Chapter 2. We found the piece of paper that sort of gave us an idea that there is a costume and just confirmed the piece we found. We talked to a strange old lady with a leaf on her head who lives inside of a tree, or rather a tree house, and discovered a few things. And we also found this gentleman right here. Things are starting to come together, and we're definitely starting to fill out with some of the ideas of what's going on. But that'll have to wait for next time. So, like I was saying, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you later.